Reportedly, there's 130 reference tracks that have been leaked of the female rapper named Latto. And, now social media is in a frenzy reacting to the fact that Latto has all these records. Somebody said they ain't a leak. Like, that's a lifetime of records. And it's just so many different reactions right now. There are a lot of people shocked. I'm not as too sure why people are just so shocked and astonished, about this, because this goes on a lot in the music industry. And believe it or not, a lot of your favorite rappers, not just in today's time, this newer generation, but it's been going on for years. It's just some people just haven't been exposed or have never come to the forefront and have been very vocal about having ghostwriters. And another surprise that a lot of people don't know is that a lot of the ghostwriters have ghostwriters. And a lot of these artists, they have a lead writer on a lot of these projects, a lot of these songs. There's a lot of lead writers. And then you have other writers. There's an entire team that are sitting around writing one song, bouncing ideas off of each other. So it's pretty normal in the music business. That's normal. So when you have an artist, an entertainer, may it be a Latto, may it be a Drake, may it be any artist you could think of, Cardi B, they just package the artist. That's it. They give them an image. They give them media training. They supply them with all the tools that they need in order to be successful. They have to pay lawyers. They have to pay choreographers. They have to pay the stylist, the makeup artist. They have to pay a publicist. There's so many things that go into building an artist. They have everything around them that's going to help them. There's an entire marketing team. They got to reach out to these advertisers, road manager. They have managers. Because certain artists can convey a message and their tone, their delivery, their flow. Like some artists may just have the voice. They may have someone who they have a certain style. They put their own spin onto it. They can show a lot of versatility. That's why a lot of battle rappers do a lot of the ghostwriting. And I see people say often like, oh, well, like when they attack like Gilly the Kid for, saying that he wrote for Lil Wayne. They be like, oh, well, you wrote all these fire bars for Lil Wayne. And they talk about Quentin Miller as well, like how he wrote for Drake and wrote for other artists. And they said, oh, well, how come you couldn't write a hit for yourself? And why you couldn't make no fire songs yourself? There are battle rappers who are great at being able to use double, triple entendres, quadruple entendres, punchlines. That's what they do for a living. They specialize in that. Got enough time to be able to, write bars down. They could watch a movie and reference something from that movie and use it as a metaphor. They're great at coming up with lines and stuff in their head. To whereas an artist, they so busy. They just an entertainer. But then they have the labels behind them who have these people they're spending millions and millions of dollars on marketing to promote this hit that this battle rapper don't have the luxury of having. That's how it works in that industry. So they don't have the time to be able to sit and think when this battle rapper know how to do that. So they could bring that battle rapper on, or they could feed off that battle rapper, or they have other writers along with to assist that battle rapper. That's why a lot of battle rappers aren't great at making great music. And another secret that a lot of y'all don't know, that a lot of these artists that you hear, a lot of times it don't even be their voice. A lot of these artists who y'all see in these studios, these big artists, they have people in there who can really sing. That y'all think that it's them in the studio singing those big songs. It don't even really be them. It's somebody else's voice that can actually sing and hit them high notes. That's scary, ain't it? Y'all heard me say countless of times that majority of your favorite artists are industry plants. Their career is controlled. You know, people were shocked that it was a man that was writing a lot of Latto's material. But there are a lot of men that write a lot of these songs for females. There are people from all walks of life who are collaborating and writing one song or multiple songs, right? You may have a ghostwriter, or you may have someone who is a writer who grew up in the trenches and actually witnessed a lot of the violence and a lot of the crime and experienced the gangster lifestyle, who are writing these lyrics. But then you may have this entertainer who grew up rich. And then you put this person who grew up in this urban community who is behind them, who is writing their music because they didn't live it. You got people who are, you know, a part of the rainbow community who is writing for a lot of these artists. The Dream wrote for Beyonce. Sean Garrett. It's a lot of people that's writing for a lot of artists. And there's a lot of women who write for men. And a lot of people don't take the time to do the research. They just go to work every day and they don't dig deep. They don't care about all the others. Like when I listen to music, it's different for me because I used to do music. So I'm reading the songwriters who wrote the song. I want to know who was a part of the instrumentation. I want to know everything. When I listen to a song, I listen to it differently. Right? I want to know who engineered the song, who mixed the song, who mixed and mastered it. Like, I pay attention to every little detail. I love stuff like that. I love reading about the music industry. All they have to do is show up to the studio, rap, get on stage, and perform. They're the breadwinners, but they have a team of writers around them to make sure when they present them to the world, they're the best of the best. And it's been going on for years. I know people personally that wrote for Luther Vandross. This is not no surprise to me. And I don't know if people thought that this was going to discredit Latto. It was going to hurt her image. But this is normal. That's just like if you think about the iPhone. There's multiple people who came together. There's not just one person who sat down and made your iPhone. It was a collaborative effort. That's what people fail to understand. They think that everything has to be done by one person. So I'm not shocked. And I don't think that this credit will take it away from anything that Latto has done, in my opinion. You know, it's not a surprise. And, you know, if they coming out and saying that they write their own, then the only reason they doing that is because they understand that we have been born into a culture that requires that you have to write your own lyrics. Otherwise, you're going to be shamed for it. Because otherwise, everybody would just admit it. But, you know, I'm almost sure that it was Super Freaky Grandma, as Latto coined, is the person who revealed that. It is what it is, man. Long as the content is great, you putting out that fire, bro. I don't care who wrote it. I don't care if Jesus Christ wrote Latto music, wrote Drake music. I don't care, bro. God, you did it well. You did a great job. You did a damn good job, Jesus. Now write another hit. I don't care, nigga. Mufasa could come back from the dead himself and wrote a lot of Latto music. Nigga, I'm going to listen. I don't care. You think I care? I don't give two shits, bruh. And then Nicki Minaj called her scratch off. Like, if you a winner, you a winner. Whether it's a scratch off ticket, a winner is a winner. Whether it's a scratch off ticket or playing the lottery, my boy. This not the late 80s or the mid 90s no more, bruh. The 2000s. Where MC gets questioned if he has ghostwriters. Yo, son, you got ghostwriters, son? Like, this not back in the days where KRS-One and, you know, MC Shan and MC Light and Grandmaster Flash and Slick Rick. You had to be a real MC, a real spitter. Yo, word is bond, son. And y'all meet up in the middle of a block. And y'all got a battle right there and prove who got the best skills. Like, no, bro, that's not back during those times no more. So, you know, Nicki Minaj and her minions, y'all can go on. Like, we don't care about if Latto We don't care if it's 130 reference tracks. I wouldn't even care if she had 130 ghostwriters, bruh. If the song fire, I'ma listen to it. We don't care. Like, back in the days when females come to the studio, bruh, typically it was always the guy writing the females' raps anyway. Even if somebody's saying that they the best. If the ghostwriter feels like he's the best, then she's going to read what's on the paper, right?